Welcome back. Welcome back. So, I just watched a video, a little skit, about a woman saying in a little video, if you want my attention, stop DMing me. Multiple men DM me. That's not gonna get my attention. Have you ever thought about cash apping me? Or hitting my other lines where you get money from to talk? And I'm breezing through the comments and watching men just literally destroy this woman. And as I was about to leave my little comment of, this shit's out of control. Like, women are really, like, prostitution is beyond, these hoes are costly. Like, one, I congratulate these women. If you can get a man to pay you to talk to you, you're a fucking genius. like, like, if niggas know they're not getting none and take you on dates and pay and know you can't do nothing but be seen with you, you technically broke the gap of prostitution because you're technically not sleeping with these men and they're giving you their money. Now, that's not new, you know. That's nothing new. And it's quite getting really really crazy. And then there's the other women that we all know that, you meet the right guy, he looks good enough, he has that money, he slam dancing. And then I thought to myself, how do you solve a problem like this that has literally gotten out of control where women are allowed to do this openly, you know? And then I thought to myself, well, making fines and locking people up for things that are technically not, she's like within a line or something. I don't really know all this shit. Immorality, being immoral is being immoral, you know what I mean? But, the gray area. And then I thought to myself, why not just make it legal? Why not give women what they want? Because my father taught me a very, very, very important lesson about going the wrong way and doing whatever the fuck you want to do. He said, go do what you want to do, and you'll be back over here real soon. You'll learn. You'll learn. But unfortunately, some people don't learn until they destroy themselves. So, since, women are gonna do this shit anyway, and, you know, like, if you stop them, like, the free will thing, like, now you're playing God and shit, you know? So, technically, I'm not, I've learned to go against him. It's futile. So then that's when I realized, oh yeah, people are responsible for themselves. And then I thought real quick, Amsterdam. Amsterdam had the same problem. Because everybody, they allowed their people to enjoy things, everything. And everybody started going over there and fucking the place up. Because they have no fucking respect for other people's shit. And then they had to figure out, well, how are we not going to do, like, every time these people come here for vacations, yeah, we get a lot of money and stuff, but they're fucking this place up, and then when they leave, the filth it's growing, this shit is everywhere now, and, I don't mind Disneyland being a Disneyland of the world, but we gotta live here, and this is no, we're all not participating in Disneyland. We're just making money off this shit. So they decided, make it legal, and then push them all into a great area, where you get enough room to do what they gotta do. And then all the normal people that don't participate in that they're not going to go over there. All the people that participate in that and work in that area, they're not allowed to leave there. That's your area now. You stay there. There's everything you need over there. Food, stores, plenty of Vicks. You know, everyone you see is a Vic or a worker. You know? You just gotta deal with all the repercussions of that. But they, regulated things. They didn't just throw them into it. And then something amazing happened. People stopped doing everything. You would think that that part of town would be like fucking New York or something on steroids. But no. It regulated itself. Why? Because it became boring. See, humans, a lot of people like doing things just to do things because they're bored. But then when you give them the thing to do, they do it. And then it gets boring. Then they move on. And then, since it's everything, you can go waste your fucking life if you want. And a 20-year binge doing the same things that's been done down here since the beginning of time. you know? Or you can have a little taste, you know? And then come back to the real world and be like, hey, you know what, that life's not for me. I understand why certain people have to be over there. They're poor. We're not gonna make jobs. She's dumb as a box of rocks and very, very pretty. But comes from bad bloodline. So, no one's wafing her up in middle class or upper. You get it? No, you don't get those things. Anyway, I believe and I hope somehow that, which is very strange for me being a moral person that stands with the Father, but I really don't see any other way. The more we pretend this shit ain't there, the worse it gets. The worse it gets, and the lesser the jobs, women are going to turn there anyway. And since there's so many more men now, and there's a lot of idiots, that are paid just to fucking breathe next to them, I think some of these people are going to need that, Like, not all women are dumb enough to cross those boundaries. But, when you get the virgin crazy guys that never, then you get, it's a whole nother fucking show. Like, you got niggas knocking on your door fucking 3 a.m. hanging out of windows and shit. So, it's a whole nother road. See, women think the better, the easier it is, the easier it is. I don't have to have sex with these men. Do you understand what type of dude that is? That's not a normal-minded man. Not all of them. A lot of them are good. They just, they don't look the best. They fucking don't have life coaches to push them to, further do things. So they're playing games. They're accepting the early life weight or early life I'm skinny. Early life, I'm not funny, whatever it is, things that, most people fucking have to deal with. But, they can grow and learn, but they don't. So, they're stuck, and all men like women. And, it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of these, women will begin to understand, and it will stop, like, certain women, like this woman's over here fucking souping niggas up to give her money to talk to her. Now, if prostitution was legal, do you think she would get anybody to give her money to talk to her? No, because the same simp ass dude would be like, why would I do that? I can get women, I just have to have money. I don't have to play around anymore. I don't have to fucking fantasize about you. I can go right down the street to that red light district and I can get a woman that looks better than you. And she's gonna do exactly what I tell her to do. You're gonna play around and ask for fucking food and shit. You wanna go places. I don't wanna go nowhere with you. I wanna do things and then leave. You know? And that right there alone will make a lot of women come to the realization. Because a lot of women think, this shit is fun. I get to do freedoms and the monies and the. Yeah, well, you're going to have to wear that too when you want to come back to regularville. And regular men won't choose you. And then those same dudes you call weirdos are the only men still hitting you up. And you're like, fuck, I guess I'll be alone. Come to GMB. We got things for y'all to do. Yous can be so useful for the father. You know. I got work for all types of people that we make mistakes in life and get pushed out. My father has work for all of us. You know. Some of us actually don't want to live. Well, I'm not living that life. I went the hard job road, but I'm sure there's plenty of brothers and sisters that you had to go down the hard road. And now you're older, you got your monies, you kind of legitly, legally did what you needed to do. So, no, like say if you're a fucking super stripper, but you shaved the money, didn't participate in all the drugs and sex. And I'm sure they tried things, you know. But a lot of women I've met that were strippers really had my mind blown about how much fucking money they make. And I said, yo, bro, why don't I see more retired strippers? You know? Why do I see so many broken afterwards? Like, I don't get it. And then they would school me on, the drugs and running around with the wrong dudes. And I said, shit, that's the same thing that the women on this side gotta worry about. This is the same. Oh, it's the same shit over there. That's what Jay-Z meant when he said, "I don't know why them bitches going over there. Them bitches the same just like us. It's the same shit." So for my wolves and my ninjas and my women that probably don't like me because I say these truths. I don't know if you have to change your ways or whatever, but things are changing in the world. And, you know, seeing that, like, alright, I'm going to leave it like this. Marijuana was illegal. Alcohol was illegal. Gambling was illegal. The lottery was illegal. And now it's not. You get it? Get it? And when it becomes legal, it's because they control it now. Because it needs to be regulated. Because it's out of control. So, hopefully, I don't know. My father said the old days are coming, so, there's a lot of wild shit going down in the old days. And quite frankly, I've come to find out this world is so tough to live in that I can't really look down on people that have to take that road, It's a fucked up road anyway. It's really not, it's not always. I don't see too many people not, even if they make it, they want to forget those days. It's not like they look back and glorify it. They're like, no, I fucking had to do what I had to do. I don't even want to be there. I don't even know that person anymore. I've developed so much and grown so much and saved the money and did what I was supposed to do. Like when I first fucking planned and got into the business, said, I'm only gonna do this for a little while. I'm going to college. You know? Some of them actually fucking complete that. And I salute them. You know? So, I hope this speech did something for somebody. You have a good day or a good night. All love, all praise to the Most High.